Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of My Cadaver's Horror Pub Trivia.
Betty Cadaver!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Episode 2, Season 3 of Betty Cadaver's Horror Pub Trivia. I'm My Cadaver.
And I am Betty Cadaver. So I hope you're all ready for the second helping of Horror Pub Trivia.
Yeah, me too. Just so you know, this is another warm-up.
So wait, we're starting the same way we did for the last episode?
No, we're starting the same way that we've started every episode since the very beginning.
Lazy. But it is a new low.
I'm not a machine.
That gives me a new idea.
Oh, dear.
Welcome to the Cadaver Tavern, the spookiest pub this side of the cemetery. I'm your ghoulishly charming host, Mike Cadaver.
And I'm the frighteningly fabulous Betty Cadaver. We're your masters of macabre knowledge, ready to test your horror movie expertise.
That's right, folks. Grab your favorite poison from the bar, settle into your creaky bar stools, and get ready for the most entertaining horror trivia show in the afterlife.
Whether you're a casual horror fan or a hardcore gore aficionado, we've got brain teasers that'll make your head spin, and maybe even rotate 360 degrees.
So, are you ready to put your horror knowledge to the test? Play along with us and our ghostly patrons, and remember, in this pub, getting the answers wrong might just wake the dead.
I see you went all out with that video. Still has the stock footage watermarks and everything.
Well, I'll tell you what, it just goes along with the atmosphere of this show. The atmosphere, of course, is being very cheap.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, okay, fine. Let's just let the guys know we give them a clue. You name the horror movie. Let's do it.
Let's go. Question number 1. What's the name of Anthony DiBlasi's 2023 film where he remakes his own movie Last Shift? Question number 2. What anthology film, with 3 vignettes, is based on the stories from H.P. Lovecraft, was released in 1993? Question number 3. What's the name of the 1993 movie about a batch of huge mosquitoes that were enlarged by exposure to toxic waste? Question number 4. What's the name of the film based on an H.P. Lovecraft short story and was released in 1988 about a creature that is impossible to label? Question number 5. What film from 1971 stars Andrew Prine as a witch who lives in a sewer? Question number 6. Which mainstream horror movie from 1968 tells the story of a young mother-to-be whose impregnation might be diabolical? Question number 7. What is Candyman 3's subtitle? Question number 8. What film from 1999 is all about the Devil's Playground? Question number 10. What is the subtitle for Stepfather 2 from 1989?
Number 1. What's the name of Anthony DiBlasi's 2023 film where he remakes his own movie, Last Shift? Malum. To be honest, both Last Shift from 2014 and Malum from 2023 are both pretty great movies. I'm not really sure why DiBlasi decided to remake his own movie after only 9 years, but it did add to the mythos of what was happening, and like I said, pretty great. Number 2. What anthology film with 3 vignettes is based on stories from H.P. Lovecraft and was released in 1993? Necronomicon, Book of the Dead. Produced by Brian Yuzna, Necronomicon Book of the Dead is a set of vignettes based on stories from H.P. Lovecraft. The movie even has Jeffrey Combs playing H.P. Lovecraft in the wraparound story. Number 3. What's the name of the 1993 movie about a batch of huge mosquitoes that were enlarged by exposure to toxic waste? Skeeter. On its own, I hate toxic waste. I also hate mosquitoes, but you add the two together and we get an amazing movie. Apparently giant mosquito movies were in vogue at the mid-90s because 1 year later, the movie Mosquito came out. The main difference is that instead of toxic waste, these giant mosquitoes were because the mosquitoes drank the blood of a crashed spacecraft's alien inhabitants. Number 4. What is the name of the film based on H.P. Lovecraft's short story and was released in 1988 about a creature that is impossible to label? The Unnameable. H.P. Lovecraft does a great job in his short stories, convincing us that there are so many things about our puny brains that we just can't comprehend. Well, admittedly, I've never read the source material, but in this movie, the Unnameable is just some monkey demon mama that's all hairy. I'm sure we could come up with a name if we really tried. Number 5. What film from 1971 stars Andrew Prine as a witch who lives in the sewer? Simon, King of the Witches. Man, I'm a fan of Andrew Prine in things like Amityville 2, The Possession, Grizzly, Eliminators, and even Lords of Salem. But in this movie, he plays the most self-righteous, blowhard homeless guy I've ever seen in a movie, or otherwise. He addresses the audience directly and has a pretentious off with some of the most wealthy and showy artist characters I've ever seen in a movie. Give it a watch, but don't say I didn't warn you. Number 6. Which mainstream horror movie from 1968 tells the story of a young mother-to-be whose impregnation might be diabolical? Rosemary's Baby. Roman Polanski is a master of suspense. He shows us just how good he actually is in this movie. The old-style shooting, the gorgeous sets, the excellent acting paired with Polanski's vibes and mastery. It's no wonder this is considered a masterpiece. Number 7. What is Candyman 3's subtitle? Day of the Dead. Not a great sequel, but not awful. This direct-to-video movie stars Donna D'Errico, Baywatch alum, where she faces off with Tony Todd as Candyman. Quite frankly, I can't remember much of what happens in this movie. But then again, it didn't make a huge impact on me in the first place. Number 8. What film from 1999 is all about the Devil's Playground? Idle Hands. Ah man, the perfect 90s stoner horror comedy. Slackers, tunes, and the devil. What else does a horror movie need? It stars Devon Sawa, Seth Green, and Jessica Alba. This isn't the movie equivalent of caviar on blini with creme fraiche. More of a Mickey D's quarter pounder, but geez, I love a good quarter pounder. Number 9. What movie from 1993 is about a man who reanimates his girlfriend after she passes away in a motorcycle accident? Return of the Living Dead 3. Return of the Living Dead Parts 1 and 2 are light and fun and just a good time. In my opinion, this one is dark and anxiety-provoking. Number 10. What is the subtitle for Stepfather 2 from 1989? Make Room for Daddy. Here's the thing I just don't get about these movies. You got a guy who goes from family to family, wooing the mom and taking it upon himself to become embedded in a family where he seems just like the perfect stepdad. He does this until he gets found out, then tries to murder the family, then move on. Doesn't that seem like a lot of work per murder? I mean, assuming murder is why you're doing this at all, give me a machete, let me chop some heads. I don't have time for all this setup. Everybody, Round 2. We call this one celluloid birth control. This round is all about those movies that make you think twice about having kids, because you know what's scary? Kids.
Well, yeah, I guess, like, what's scarier than kids in horror movies? They look so innocent and they do unspeakable things.
Yeah, kids in horror movies. Not all kids everywhere.
All right. Anyways, these questions are all about kids in horror movies.
And whether they're ones doing the killing or the ones being killed, this round is all about those little treasures.
Lovely. Question number 1. What is the name of the company that is plotting to kill as many children as they can in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch? Question number 2. Who directed Eraserhead, 1977, which features one of the creepiest baby designs ever put to screen? Question number 3. What is the name of the movie where a morgue technician reanimates a child and enters into a pact with her mother to keep the child alive by harvesting biological material from pregnant women? Question number 4. In Alien, Romulus, 2024, what is the nickname given to the human xenomorph hybrid monster? Question number 5. Who played Dr. Hal Raglan, the doctor who experiments with external wombs in David Cronenberg's 1979 film, The Brood? Question number 6. What 2024 prequel sets up a 1976 film about the Antichrist? Who directed Hanger, 2009, a story about a back alley abortion gone wrong that leads to a bloody revenge? Question number 8. What ancient Celtic spiritual order does Camilla, played by Jenny Seagrove, belong to in The Guardian from 1990? Question number 9. In Friday the 13th, Part 2, from 1981, how does Ginny, played by Amy Steele, fool Jason into thinking she's his mother? Question number 10. What is unique about the titular character in the film The Baby from 1973?
Number 1. What is the name of the company that is plotting to kill as many children as they can in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch from 1982? Silver Shamrock. As much as other people's children annoy us, it's probably not a good idea to desire to murder them all. However, this is exactly what Connell Cochran intends to do. Quite honestly, this should have been a slam dunk for you guys since you know the Silver Shamrock song by heart. Number 2. Who directed Eraserhead from 1977, which features one of the creepiest baby designs ever to be put to screen? David Lynch. David Lynch is no stranger to using metaphor and artistic license in his films. This one, however, is the stuff of true nightmares. What is the name of the movie where a morgue technician reanimates a child and enters into a pact with her mother to keep the child alive by harvesting biological material from pregnant women? Birth/Rebirth. Taking cues from the story of Frankenstein, this film is both gross and heartbreaking. You know, the kind of movie that critics love, currently has a 96% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, but even I like this one. Number 4. In Alien Romulus from 2024, what is the nickname given to the human xenomorph hybrid monster? The Offspring. Not the best Alien sequel, but definitely not the worst. This one really changes up the hybrid's look from the past films in the series. Number 5. Who played Dr. Hal Raglan, the evil doctor who experiments with external wounds in David Cronenberg's 1979 film, The Brood? Oliver Reed. Things I don't think I ever want to see. External wounds. This movie gives you an up-close and personal look at one, and it's as horrifying as you'd expect. Number 6. What 2024 prequel sets up a 1976 film about the Antichrist? The First Omen. Admittedly, one of my favorite genres of horror movie is this kind of religious end-of-days type. This was a worthy, if not predictable, entry to the genre. Number 7. Who directed Hanger from 2009? A story about a back-alley abortion gone wrong that leads to a bloody revenge. Ryan Nicholson. A self-taught effects guru and director, Ryan Nicholson was never afraid to make offensive and disgusting films. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2019 after a battle with cancer. Number 8. What ancient Celtic spiritual order does Camilla, played by Jenny Seagrove, belong to in The Guardian from 1990? The Druids. Not a great movie, but not a bad one either. However, you can gather how director and screenwriter William Friedkin feels about it, since he is credited in this as Alan Von Smithy. Number 9. In Friday the 13th Part 2 from 1981, how does Ginny, played by Amy Steele, fool Jason into thinking she's his mother? Putting on her sweater. Jason hasn't really ever been accused of being a rocket scientist, but come on, man. Duh. Number 10. What is unique about the titular character in the film The Baby from 1973? He's a grown butt man. What do you say about a movie about a 21-year-old man who lives his life as a baby from 1973? Well, I'm not going to say much except to say it might have shocked me to see this in 1973. Not sure about now.
You think you know all there is to know about horror movies? Well, instead of talking about it, why don't you prove it? Grab your phone and visit app.horrorpubtrivia.com. Try your hand at the best collection of horror movie trivia on the internet. The best thing about it is it's totally free. app.horrorpubtrivia.com.
Alright, everybody, for round 3, we're going to be talking about Love Gone Bad.
Oh, what a sad topic.
Love on the rocks? Ain't no surprise. Just pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies.
Wow, babe. That was beautiful. I didn't know you were a poet.
Well, I've got nothing to lose, so just singing the blues all the time.
Ooh, why are you so good at that?
And I'll tell you why.
What do you have to be upset about?
I just feel very deeply, and those words came straight from my heart.
Okay, shut up. You're fine.
Oh, no, that...
You don't know how good you have it.
And that's true.
I'm sweet.
Yeah. Okay, well, very true. This round is about the exact opposite of that, unrequited love, betrayal, and just outright emotional terrorism.
It's about people who just want to say, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All there's left to do is run. I'll be the prince and... Oh, I'll be the prince, sorry. Princess. And you'll be the prince. It's a love story. Baby, just say yes.
Gag.
Question number 1. What film from 2009 about a teenager's unrequited love seems to play a song throughout the film called Am I Not Pretty Enough by Casey Chambers? Question number 2. What Andrzej Zulawski film from 1981 tells the story of two scorned lovers, played by Isabelle Adjani and Sam Neill? Question number 3. What is the name of Danny Torrance's eponymous psychic talent called in Stanley Kubrick's 1981 classic? Question number 4. In Hellraiser from 1987, how does Julia bring Frank back to life? Question number 5. What is Tiffany's last name in the Chucky series? Question number 6. Who plays Frank in the 2012 remake/reimagining of Maniac? Question number 7. What is the vocation of Willem Dafoe's character in Antichrist from 2009? Question number 8. In Midsummer from 2019, at what age are the elderly made to throw themselves off of a cliff in an act of ritual suicide for the betterment of the community? Question number 9. In 1992's Bram Stoker's Dracula, who was the love interest of both Jonathan Harker and Dracula? Question number 10. What is the first line out of David's mouth when Michael punches him in the face by the cliff in The Lost Boys from 1987?
Number 1. What film from 2009 about a teenager's unrequited love seems to play a song 100 times throughout the film called Am I Not Pretty Enough by Casey Chambers? This earworm is played a handful of times and it's at odds with the film's tone. Lola Stone is beyond a mean girl. Number 2. What Andrzej Zulawski film from 1981 tells the story of two scorned lovers played by Isabelle Adjani and Sam Neill? Possession. This movie will drive you insane, not because of just the subject matter, because the yelling and crazy fight scenes between Sam and Isabelle. It's obviously a masterpiece, but it's one you gotta work for. Number 3. What is the name of Danny Torrance's eponymous psychic talent called in Stanley Kubrick's 1981 classic? The Shining. The Shining is an interesting extrasensory power to have. I'm wondering, however, can it be used in a positive way? Because outside's Halloran's sweet naked chick paintings in his room, where are your ears, Danny? It all just seems bad. Number 4. In Hellraiser from 1987, how does Julia bring Frank back to life? She brings him blood sacrifices. You'll never convince me that any one of the Cenobites, or even Angelique, is a bigger villain in the Hellraiser series than Julia. Number 5. What is Tiffany's last name in the Chucky series? Valentine. I think that Tiffany Valentine may have been the beginning of humanity's obsession with big, blank, goth chicks. Number 6. Who plays Frank in the 2012 reimagining or remake of Maniac? Elijah Woods. It's funny because Elijah Woods is so very different look and size than Joe Spinell was, but both are so effective in their respective versions of this awesome movie. Number 7. What is the vocation of Willem Dafoe's character in Antichrist from 2009? Therapist/psychotherapist? I hate even talking about this one. Dafoe really had to use a stunt penis because this is laughably huge. I'm done with it all. Number 8. In Midsummer from 2019, at what age are the elderly made to throw themselves off a cliff in an act of ritual suicide for the betterment of the community? 72. Remember seeing this one for the first time? Excellent part of an excellent movie. This part caught me off guard and I loved it. Number 9. In 1992 Bram Stoker's Dracula, who was the love interest of both Jonathan Harker and Dracula? Nina Murray. Do you remember when Keanu Reeves was mocked for his acting chops? I think that was his highest hate level. Maybe it was warranted, maybe not. However, since the Matrix and John Wick series, everybody loves Keanu now. Number 10. What is the first line out of David's mouth when Michael punches him in the face by the cliff in The Lost Boys from 1987? How far you willing to go, Michael? These are the people that I wanted to be in 1987. I wasn't quite old enough to be as cool as Michael, David, Paul, Marco, or Dwayne, but it never stopped me from trying. All right, shout out to Neil Diamond for that last intro.
Why did he write that poetry?
Nobody inspires me every single day of my life.
Yeah. So anyways, go visit Horror Pub Trivia and corpsecollective.com to see what's going on with the next show and other fun stuff. I might, actually, maybe my sweet, sweet husband will invite me on his podcast.
Ooh, yes. So look out for that, and it's coming up soon. Until then, we'll let you guys go.
See you next time at Betty Cadaver's Horror Pub Trivia.
You call this power, man.